Welcome to Slayerfest 98. My name is Zachary Patton Garcia.
And I'm Ian Carlos Crawford.
And I'm Anthony Oliveira, and we are here to talk episode 408 of Angel Season 4, Habeas Corpses.
Yay. I am very happy that this is both y'all's first episode this season. Anthony, I'm delighted to have you back as a
Oh,
co-host.
I love this season, and I'm always happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Wait, you do? I didn't know you love this season.
I love Season 4. I love Season 4, and I love Season 5. Yeah, they're really fantastic. They're baggy, weird things, patchworks, and I think that's kind of part of the fun of them. But I feel like 4 and 5 are really where Angel hits its stride and becomes something really cool. I think season 5 of Angel is one of the best seasons of television going. So, yeah.
We had to have talked about this before, but I don't remember because I've met so many people that genuinely hate five and like think it's like the worst. But I
That
think
is a
it's
crazy opinion to
right.
me. That is Angel season 5 is fantastic. It's like one of my favorite genre things. Anyone who's seen them and reads my work, including this episode, is like, oh, that's where he stole that from. Like a
Oh, I
lot
love
of
that.
some plot points from this episode are in Avengers Academy.
I fucking love that. Yeah, there was an episode recording with like Latoya Ferguson and Ira Madison, and they were both dragging me for saying five was my favorite season.
It's the best
But
one. I don't even find that debatable. Wow,
right,
that's wild to me.
the critique I found a lot of people have is they feel it's more Buffyverse season five, not Angel, which okay, sure, but I still think it's fantastic.
I can't abide that either. It's so much about what Angel is about. Like, can you make a difference from within a system, which is so much what Buffy is not about. Like that to
Yes.
me, season 5 is such a great season 5 is such a great like statement about what Angel is about. I really love it.
So this episode, Zach, I had people in our Discord being like, if Zach's back, you got to have him on for this episode. Like people were saying I
Okay.
needed you for this episode because it is a pretty like horror heavy
It's
for
very
Angel.
horror driven, yeah. So not super familiar with just the season in general. I mean, I have my standouts, obviously Faith. I've seen all the Faith stuff, the Buffyverse stuff. But as an episode, I like hearing you talk about this season, Anthony, as being one of your favorites. And saying that Angel has like really hit its stride. That makes sense because this episode's really tight. As like a first episode I'm watching for this season, it is a very tight episode. Like just anybody jumping into it, you may not like pick up on all the relationships immediately, right? But like you get it. You get like that's their home base in the hotel. You get that I don't know, our little thing of the week is we're trapped in this office building, and it feels like that's a very sort of setup thing that we're gonna go episode to episode on, with our I don't know, it feels Angel season 1 and season 2 felt like all over the place. This feels like we know what we're doing, right? And I did love this episode because of all of the horror stuff. I do love one of my favorite movies is the Belko Experiment. So like this reminded me of that, where they're just, the office building goes on lockdown and got shutters all over the windows and everything, and everybody's trapped, and then he's going through and killing everybody.
I haven't even
Wait,
heard of that. What is that
yeah,
movie?
what is this?
The
What is
Belko
this?
Experiment? Oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just a bunch of people in an office building. And they go to work one day, and the whole office building just locks down like this one does. And some voice comes over the loudspeaker saying that within, I guess, like 30 minutes, five of them need to be dead. So they all need to kill, like, choose five people to die. And then, like, there's levels to that. So, like, then 10 more people need to die. Or then, there can only be two remaining. And it's really good. It really reminds me of this. And so, I don't know. I like this sort of like
Oh,
setup and
interesting.
setting. Yeah. It's worth
What,
the watch.
how old is this? What year is this?
Maybe 2017,
Oh, recent.
or
Okay.
2018.
2016.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking
yeah,
it up.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah. It's real
Yeah,
good.
because to me, I was looking at the timelines for this, like, because I just said I stole a bunch of this stuff from Angel for my comic, but like, what's fun about Angel is it's so interested in pastiching previous work. Anyway,
Hmm.
like to me, this is so much referencing the Resident Evil movie. Like, it
Okay, I see
is
that.
just the Resident Evil movie. Like, an office building goes on lockdown. The employees are all turned into zombies, and there is a little girl who in a red dress who is their boss, right? Like there is all these things kind of are from that movie. And like I was literally
Hmm.
looking at the timeline and it's like this airs in October 2002. Resident Evil is March 2002. Um, and weirdly, the thing they're both all referencing is 9/11, right? Like
Mhm.
which is 2001, right? Like this, a lot of the visuals in this of like people in suits running downstairs and stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
there's
very reminiscent.
this is thinking about that in a weird way too, as the last two seasons of both these shows are, right? Like they're sort of stuck in this post 9/11 Iraq War moment. In a way I find so repugnant in Buffy, but like this show is doing that too. Is there a way to change the evil empire from within, right?
Anthony, what's funny is during season 6, I think you weren't on for this episode. I don't remember what episode it was, but season 6, Adam Sass said that. And Emily
Mm.
Nussbaum pushed back and was like, that's not what this is. No, this is not influenced by 9/11. And she was like very adamant that she did not think Buffy was influenced by it. I kind of am like, sure, I'll listen to what everyone has to say because I like people's readings. I don't know that I land one way or the other, but I
Uh-huh.
distinctly remember them having that discussion on an episode because Adam said what you said. And she was like, no.
How was there
Yeah.
anything that wasn't influenced by 9/11 in some way, though, around that time? I think
I
Yeah.
most of
mean,
it did.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think he was, I guess like she just didn't feel that it was influenced. Like, sure, that's like, I don't know. I don't have anything smart to say about that. My brain's
I
dead.
seem to, it would be hard because it's so hard to find anything anymore. It would be hard to find the interviews, but I remember them talking specifically about it because like Buffy's gives a speech that is what's his name speech. Like she gives the whole like we have to go in um before they attack us. Like there are speeches in it that are clearly referencing it. So I find that very strange to hear, but
See, but I will say the where I do agree that like 9/11 influence. I know that's your reading of season 7. I don't read it as that at all. Because
mm,
I think it's kind of like True Blood, where that metaphor is very paper thin and then becomes even thinner when the vampires are all murderers, where it's like God hates fangs, and it's like you can't compare it to like uh, that the
right,
comparison doesn't work because these people are murderers, and it's not like, oh, we feel bad for them. No, they are like Eric and Pam are like legit
sure.
murderers. So for me, that doesn't hold up. But with Buffy, I think the opposite, where it's like, but no, but these are vampires and monsters that she wants to proactively, and they are monsters. They're not like, oh, we're being racist and using monsters. It's like, no, they are actual monsters. So
Right.
that's the only reason I don't think that holds up. But I do understand the comparison.
Yeah, I find we've talked about this before, and we're not
I
talking
know.
about the episode
We're
right now
talking Angel
still, but
season
like
4.
um I was thinking about this because I watched all the episodes before this for
Oh
season 4
shit.
as a rewatch, and the episode Supersymmetry where they are dealing with Fred's old grad professor, it's like, well, he is a serial killer and he's killing people with magic. So I don't actually know what solution there is other than to kill him. So I don't actually know what you guys are talking about. Like, as usual, my sense of morality on these shows is at complete odds, it seems, with the way the characters think about it, which is like the reason you have to kill these things, these demons or these people, is there is no system to stop them in
Right.
place
Right.
other than killing them. Like, so to me, this like, oh, they're human, so I can't kill them makes no sense to me because like you know very well that like your friend Clem is a demon and is obviously a person. Like you are killing sapient, sentient beings, whether they're demons or not. So the question of morality isn't do you have a soul? The question is like, do I have any mechanism to stop you from hurting people other than killing you?
I
Like,
do think that's the one thing Angel did a little better. They're like gray
right.
areas. Yeah.
But and like that's the angel is just thinking about these things completely differently.
Yeah.
Like and like in some ways that thinking washes into the later seasons of Buffy, in a way that I don't think is true for the first five. That like
I
if you are a demon, you're a demon. If you
right.
are but like by season 6 of Buffy, it's like, well, Anya's entire family seem to just be people. Like I don't know what we're
Right.
talking about anymore.
And like the introduction of Clem does kind of throw that balance off because like we very much are supposed to like him. There's never a point when you're supposed to be like, why is he
Right.
babysitting Dawn? He's gonna kill her. Like we know that she is safe if he is babysitting her.
Right.
But anyway, yes. This episode, I was looking forward to it. My memory of Angel season 4 is so weird because this is the season I did start watching. I started taping every episode of VHS, but I don't rewatch it a lot. So it has a special
Uh,
place in my heart for being the season where I started, like being that fan. But like the Beast stuff kind of mushes together, even though I like the Beast. I think the Beast works really well as like cool monster movie villain type thing. Like an action horror, like Resident Evil, like he would fit well in something like that, right? Like actiony type horror.
right.
Um, And I kind of like him as like a big menace that like they can't seem to actually defeat.
He is menacing too. Like he's pretty scary, you know. Just the way he shows up, all the damage that he does, the setting that they have him in, you know, it's effective.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna ask what you thought of that. I'm so happy you like this episode, Zach.
yes.
um, so the episode opens.
This is okay. This is
Yes, Zach
I
was a
should
little
have watched
confused.
the episode right before this, okay? I did go back and do like a little recap watch of like some recap that I saw. And then I read what I needed to read about it. But the way they start the episode with him just throwing this little tantrum as we have all these fireballs coming down, they could have tacked on just a little like a little more at the beginning of him like seeing them, you know. Just a
It
little
is
extra because when
weird.
I saw it, you know, he's stamping his feet and
It
walking back
is
inside, and I don't. I would do that too if fireballs came and wrecked my backyard. So I get it, but
But lo and behold, it's his son and his maybe kind of sort of ex having
which I would
sex.
also be upset about, you know.
it's 14 seconds. It's the shortest teaser in the whole show, and there is
It's
no
the like pacing is so weird. That's why, so like I mentioned this to Anthony beforehand, a lot of the interviews I've seen about the writers this season is like them saying that this was always the plan. And I feel like part of this was probably always the plan,
Hmm.
but like it's very clear that like the Cordy Connor thing is like paper thin. Connor's we were talking about this in the Discord. I am curious what y'all both think, but I think my issue with Connor, there is a world in which I feel bad for this character, which I like this character. I'm rooting for him, but he's so one note. It's constant like
Hmm.
aggression and then betrayal. And I don't know. It's like an insufferable version of Faith if she never had a real
The
arc.
haircut is pretty insufferable too, and it adds to the entirety of it, doesn't it?
It really does. And like the Cordelia of it all never lands.
Uh,
And I do think we talked about this last episode. I get that it's like the Jasmine maybe makes it so she's supposed to be different, but this doesn't like there's not a moment when this feels like Cordelia at all. Like she's very flat. She's
Mhm.
very I don't
um,
know.
Where's the bite back? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I I think that like recent revelations and discussions about what was going on behind the scenes sort of make some of this more intelligible, I think. Charisma Carpenter does not know what to play. Like she
Yeah.
doesn't know, she doesn't, if it was the plan as they claim, they didn't tell her. So she literally
Mhm.
doesn't know what to play. She does not know how to feel. She doesn't feel like this is makes sense or is justified for the character, but she doesn't have an explanation beyond it. So she feels like she has to play it, right?
Yeah.
Um, I also don't buy. There's no way that the plan as written is the plan that was happening,
Right.
because we we as the viewers are watching her face up. Like we're seeing her in moments when she is by herself,
Yes.
when Connor is not awake, and she is genuinely mortified by what she's done. That if this, I guess we're spoiling the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if this is supposed to be ever since the high school spell, if this is supposed to be Jasmine in Cordy's body, that doesn't make sense. Like
Right. Yes.
the macro structure of like, oh, Cordy is evil and is summoning the beast and all this stuff can be in place, but the writers and the cast don't know that that's the case the way quite that it ends up having to be. So it doesn't quite track that way. Um, the other big thing here is like, Charisma Carpenter is obviously pregnant as
Yes.
this is going, and this season is structured around the problem of her body, right? Like,
Right.
I'm making air quotes for people who are not watching the video, right? Like that is, as we now know, this was a
Right.
major production issue. It became one of the massive stresses of her life, um, and led to the character being quite um, perfunctorily written out, right? Like this is going to be the end of Charisma Carpenter's Angel time, except for that one episode. And like everything about this is structured to deal with that in a quite haphazard way. And you can feel them being like, I guess this, I guess this, I guess this, as the season's moving. The other thing that
Anthony,
no one ever talks about is this show. One of the reasons season 4 and 5 of Angel feel different from 1, 2, 3 is there's a new showrunner. It is now run by Jeffrey Bell. who is manning the show. He goes on to do Agents of Shield, like, and he has a much stronger sense of like what should the show be about. Joss Whedon is pretty hands off at this point. He's
Yeah.
off doing Firefly. People forget that he wrote that high school episode because it is sort of like a minor work of his. Otherwise, it's Jeffrey Bell running the show, and like
Mm.
it feels different now. It feels more cohesive in tone, if not in plotting. Um,
And I to your point, I do think it's like you're right. The like the parts that are cohesive are fucking cohesive. And then it's
uh
like because that bothered me in this episode. There's like two different scenes where we just see Cordy's face. No one else sees her face, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
well, why is she making that face then? Like, who
yeah,
is she
right,
doing this for?
So she's not, but she's not supposed to be because this is Jasmine, correct? So,
right.
Correct.
Yeah,
Right?
allegedly, right? But
yeah.
like the third thing to think about is there was actually a different showrunner at first for this season, which is David Simkins, and he leaves quite abruptly, and then Jeffrey Bell comes in. So there is
Wait,
a way,
like
yeah,
David Greenwald, between David Greenwald and Jeffrey Bell, there was
yeah.
someone
So
else?
David Greenwald was hired for this show because he knew how to run a show, and Joss Whedon, other than Buffy, had not.
Yeah.
So they needed someone who knew the nuts and bolts, but he doesn't contribute at a script level very much. He has health issues and leaves. David Simpkins is briefly brought on board. I've never heard anyone talk about why he leaves so quickly, but there is a way that the way this season feels like it has a hiccup right at the beginning and
It
then
does,
really
yes.
finds
Yeah.
itself is because it literally changes showrunners.
Oh.
So there is a way that like structurally this show is finding its feet before your eyes. But what it has from the very beginning of this season is the new thesis of the show. Like in that episode when Angel comes out of the ocean, he talks to Connor in that speech that is going to be in like the previously ons for the rest of the next two seasons, where he says, like, this is what being a champion means. We do what's right to show the world what it can be. And that becomes the thesis that drives us right to the very last line of season five, right?
Mm.
So the show, even though it doesn't, it's finding what its plot is going to be. It feels like it knows what it's about at a thematic level now in a way that it just didn't for the first three seasons,
Mhm.
to me.
Well, and with
Connor is
her,
tricky.
Zach,
It's
is he selling you on it? Is he selling you on
well,
it?
no, I can, yes, and I hear all of this, and I think with her specifically as well, right? Like I'm sort of like didn't I didn't pick up on the jasmine-ness of it. But
uh
even
Because it's really
still,
not there.
with that
Yeah.
removed, it
she
just
doesn't know
seems
that's a
like
thing. How is she
yeah, it
supposed to
just
play
seems
it?
like they didn't really like give her anything to do, and the way that she acts, like when you're saying when her face is turned away and nobody sees her, like that makes sense in context. And then when she goes back to the hotel, it also makes sense in context, even if it's a little one-notedness, because it's sort of that shame of walking into a room knowing what you've just participated in and feeling like everybody also knows.
Yeah.
And so she's
Mhm.
like kind of just, one doesn't want to make herself very big, kind of wants to keep herself a little bit small. And that's just how I read it throughout the episode. I'm like, okay, so it makes sense why she's like that. Um, so, but that doesn't track as like, I don't know, another being just being a
No.
little bit
Yeah,
quieter,
no, no.
I
Yeah.
someone told me, I can't remember if this is in a Discord or just like on social. Someone said they think it was like Jasmine was supposed to be blipping in and out, but I don't know that that's there in the like show, right,
No,
Anthony?
doesn't
yeah,
it
I
doesn't
think,
track to me. It just like I honestly my guess would be that the plan was always the baby, but I think the idea that Cordelia is now evil, I think the I think the scene of Cordelia and Connor having sex is so repellent, is so like unpleasant to watch and think about that she helped raise this baby, that this feels the show goes out of its way to be like they were a family and now
Yeah.
she's fucking her son,
mhm.
basically, right? And I think the idea of that becomes so obviously repellent once they stage it that they decide the only way to save Cordelia is that that was not her, right? Like that just can't have been her. Um, I think that idea is a later thing, and like.
I can
I
see that. I
I
can see that.
suspect that like the writers, maybe some of them thought like, oh, it's this evil entity the whole time. We won't tell the actors, so it's not a surprise. But I think even the writers had not known how this was going to work because there's no version of this where you think this is an evil entity and then Cordelia wakes up shocked to herself that they had
Right.
sex, you know? Like,
Right. Right. That's and like I don't know, like Zach, we've watched a lot of bad horror movies. Sure, sometimes a bad horror movie will do that, but like I don't know. It feels like that's too messy for like Angel or Buffy to be doing
Has
that.
she talked about that yet? I know she's
Yeah,
going to, but okay.
oh, you mean, I thought you meant
She's
Charisma
mentioned
Carpenter.
whether the like the plan changer or not.
Oh, I don't know if she has.
Charisma Carpenter says she did not know what she was playing
Yeah.
this whole
Okay.
back end of the season. They didn't tell her anything. She got the script where I don't know how much I should be spoiling, but like she
Yeah.
gets the script where she kills Lyle and is like, oh,
Hmm.
okay, I guess that's like, but like at this point she's completely clueless. She does not
Hmm.
know. She's just trying to play Cordelia in a mess right now.
I have a question for both of you. So, Zach, did you know Lila? You know she dies because I don't.
Yeah,
Maybe you.
I do. I do.
Watching this episode, I was like, they kind of should have just killed her here. Like, I almost feel like it would have been a better, cooler death if like Wes didn't save her, and that was like a heartbreak for him. If like he gets there to watch her get killed by the beast or something.
In my memory, I thought she did die in this episode.
It's much later.
Watching it back, it's like you're gonna kill Gavin. Gavin is our named character in this episode who dies forever. I think you would lose the impact if you killed both of them here. Also, I
That
just really like the visual of her when she comes back with that little ribbon. So,
that's fair. I that is my one critique is I wish we had just kept some Wolfram and Hart employees around so there could have been a cooler bloodbath. Like I would
mm,
have liked if Zach, were you on for that episode when Flo from the insurance commercials, she plays like files and
Yeah.
records? Yeah.
No, I
Like
wasn't. Was I? I
is
don't.
that
I
who that
remember
is?
it though.
you might have just watched it with Alistair. It could have been that
Hmm.
Alistair was on, but like, sure, show her again. She gets like I just like I wanted to see like characters we knew getting killed. I feel like that would have had a cooler
Sure,
impact.
but I think that it's still the impact is still there, especially because of that sort of like 9/11 context. Because that was my immediate sort of like reference in my brain was the people going down the stairwell and very hazy lighting and
Yeah,
all of that. So
this
like I
whole episode is
think
so sallow. It all looks
on
so
the
yellow.
on its own, I do think the impact is there, and people walking
Okay.
when they come back in and they're walking through the bodies and all like it's dark stuff, I need to know the logistics of all these dead people now, like I know
Fair,
Wolfram and
fair.
Hart just gets rid of them probably, but I don't
I
know.
just
There's a
I
bunch of dead
always
people missing in the city.
I this is like weird, but when Red Wedding happened on Game of Thrones,
Mhm.
that was when I was living with Kevin in New York, and he told like I would always be like, "Tell me about the episode," because I couldn't possibly watch, but I would have him like recap, and he told me about it. That made me want to start watching because I liked the
Mhm.
idea of like, oh, a lot of characters we've sat with all died like at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I think I don't know why that appeals to me, but like
Walking Dead used to do that all the time to the point where we then it was an expected thing, and just waiting every other season for a group of them to just get
because
picked
by the
off.
end, like no one was like alive who was in the first episode, right?
Some of them out there, some of them ain't. So,
Didn't even
you
like
know,
his kid die at one point.
yeah.
Yeah, Jesus
Not to
Christ.
spoil.
A show from however many years ago.
I've never
But
seen
also
a frame.
I do. Did you read that comic, Anthony?
Which one?
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead? No, I haven't read it. I haven't seen the show, nothing.
The only thing I think of is I remember Wizard Magazine having a whole page about how in the comic and apparently in the show they do this, but it's less brutal. The whoever gives birth, whatever lady is pregnant and gives
Yeah.
birth, that the governor shoots her while she's holding her baby,
Yeah. And she
and it
like
like
falls on it at the end
yeah,
there.
and
Yeah.
like
Something like that.
I remember reading about that and being like, holy shit.
They did not do
Uh,
that.
yeah, which I was
Yikes.
surprised because that show was pretty brutal. So I thought they would have done that, but I had remember reading that they made it less brutal, right?
Well, the earlier seasons are less brutal, and I think they were trying to like recapture audience, and so they would
Wow.
shove
I'm
in
not a
shock.
zombie guy.
Zombies are great. This is zombies.
This is
I
zombies.
know. I Zombies are the thing that really freaks me out. Like I
Uh,
don't
Yeah.
I've written about this. I wrote about this for StarTrek.com, but like zombies to me are such a specific capitalist nightmare, like which is what they're using them here for, right?
mhm.
But like the zombie emerges from voodoo culture as like the fear that the slave master can compel labor even after you die, right? So like, um, and that's what this episode. We do find this out next episode, right? Like this was Wolfram and Hart's plan, right?
I couldn't
If you
remember
die,
if it was the
yeah.
Wolfram and Hearts plan or the Beast plan. I could not fucking
No,
remember.
I think we find out that it is part of the building's security mechanism is that like the
Someone does say
people.
that in this
Yeah,
episode.
yeah, yeah. Wesley guesses it, and I think we
Yeah,
find out for sure next episode. And like that to me is really scary. Like the idea that these corporation, I mean, we see it now with AI stuff, right?
right.
Like we can bring back whoever we want. Like there's something so horrifying about that to me.
I'm actually just talking about that with my students. I found a web. One of my students showed me a website called Loved Ones AI
Ugh, yeah.
that is literally like you input dead relatives like videos and pictures and it makes a video of them being like I love you and I'm like
I think I
this
would
is
get caught and it'd catch me.
this is
I'm overruled
bad.
by grief sometimes, so it would get me.
Don't send me a video of my dead mom telling me
Not
she
you. I
loves
won't. I
me.
wouldn't do it to you.
Horrible. Yeah.
What scene are we at? Okay, so Cordelia
Yes,
and Connor woke up already, right? Everybody's kind of gathering back at the hotel.
we're touching in on the couples, right? I feel like that's
Yeah,
what we're
Fred
doing
and
here.
Gunn.
Oof. Fred and Gunn,
Okay. I
no
kind of like him.
chemistry.
No, I kind of
Oh
like it. I
no.
was into it when he called her baby. I was like, hmm.
I don't know.
There are like two people in our Discord who are into it, and then everyone else seems to. I feel like they have like a negative chemistry.
They do not.
Um,
It's true. Yeah.
but there are people that do like them, Zach. And I have had people, which I always liked Wesley and her better, but I've had people on our Discord say that they feel that she was always kind of written as a prize to win, and they just don't like
Uh,
her
It
coupled.
could
And I was
be. I
like, I
can
could
see
see that.
that.
Yeah,
She would be like an Elizabeth
yeah.
in anything.
I
Also
mean,
Wesley and Lila. I think Wesley with anybody sucks. Like I don't think he has chemistry with anybody. So
I was gonna
I
ask
think
what you both thought of them.
I think he's real. First of all, it's funny watching this now because, like you, Ian, I loved it when it was on, but I haven't revisited it in a long time. To the point where I'm watching it now and I'm like, oh my God, I'm older than all these actors now.
Right?
Like they all look like babies now, which is
And they
crazy
felt
to
like
me.
adults when we were
Yeah,
like 19 watching this.
like to the point where this was the only show starring like adult characters I was watching at the time. And now it's
Yep.
like it's even weirder because I'm watching it and I'm like, wait, Cordelia is canonically 21 in this,
oh
which is
my God.
insane. Like
I think about it all the time with Buffy. I've never thought about Cordelia's real age.
Yep.
she is truly with Buffy too, it's like when she's hooking up with Wesley, you're like, canonically this character is like 18, but like who are we kidding is kind of the thing in that season. But like here when she's like, Connor, you're only 18, it's like you graduated. I can check the math because there's a season for
Yes.
each of them. You graduated 3 years ago. So but but they feel so much older. Wesley, I forgot, like Wesley still works for me. He's still so hot in this season. Like when he gets mean, it's like, oh yeah, there's like something here.
No, it's too
But
much. It's try hard.
but I agree with you about the Fred thing. In fact,
Mm.
her audition script, which you can watch, it's I think it's still on YouTube. But like to audition for the role of Fred, they made actresses read a scene from an episode that was never made, where the gang is enchanted to speak in Renaissance English Shakespearean style. And the scene is Gunn and Wesley fighting for Fred. Like that's the scene. So
Mhm.
this character was always kind of designed to be exactly what you're saying, like the prize that these characters win. And I agree that like I like Wesley's pining for Fred as a character beat, but I like where it ends up. I don't think she ever met the man that interested her. She kind of met Willow and they vibed, right? Like that was kind of interesting to me. Um, Fred is one of my favorite characters. My
Yeah.
only character that I love more is Illyria, which is a weird problem to have. But
She's great. Should have been in
yeah,
it a lot longer.
Yeah.
Amy
So
Acker is so amazing.
so with Lila and Wesley, I hated it when I watched it the first time around. I've come around a little bit because of this scene. Because of this scene and this episode kind of has made me come around to them because I really do like Lila is very confident in herself and you see her slightly falter here. Like
He's breaking up with her in this one.
yeah.
That's the one we're referring to,
hmm
right? Okay.
And
He
I
sucks. No.
I well I just like the idea that like he's like you're evil and she is like so what?
I loved her
Like
shit. Yeah. She's
I
like,
like she's
we're
not trying
gray,
to pretend,
baby. We're
right? Yeah.
gray. I don't need to be good. You don't need to, or you don't need to be evil.
And I
Ugh.
like that shit. I like that that she is very confident in like, yeah, we're both
Because
morally
how
gray.
high horse are you to be talking about white and black and good and evil, right? But she does make what comment does she make? Oh, about Fred preferring black.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she
That
I was
does.
was
like, oof.
She gives that long speech about how you can add white and black
mm.
and you'll be gray and there's no going back no matter what and
And then
like she
yeah,
can't see
I
Fred
wrote it
wearing that color.
I wrote it down too, Zach. She says, and your Texas gal pal prefers black. I was like, oof,
I was
God.
thinking for a second. I was like, she doesn't really wear black, and I was like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And then we cut
Maybe
straight to
we
Gun's
don't need
face.
to write that one.
It smash cuts to Gun's face after
Right
that.
to
Yeah.
gun, yeah.
Yeah.
But aside from that end comment, I like the discussion.
She was on a good track.
Yeah, just because that's what I like about Lila is that she's not pretending she's good because she doesn't fucking care. Like
And it's so boring when people just need to be the like, good is the only way. Good doesn't get you on top at the end. It just doesn't, So,
I've been rethinking I've been thinking about that a lot lately.
mm,
About like morally gray areas and how like sometimes morally I have the high ground and I'm gonna be a fucking brat about it and I'm
mm,
gonna but other times it's like, what does that get me anywhere? Does it fucking do me any good? No.
mm.
And I think about that a lot. And that's why I like Lila because, and Stephanie Romanoff, when we interviewed her, was like, yeah, Lila's evil. She knows who she is. Like, there's not a part of me, she was like, there's not a part of me that never played Lila as not knowing this is evil shit she's doing, but she doesn't care. Like, that's
But also,
just,
like, okay, as an evil person, I don't want to hear any of y'all talking to me about what's good and what's evil and what's light and dark because, like you were talking earlier, that is just the sort of looseness of morality that they play with episode to episode and who's
Mhm.
allowed to die and who, like, it's never made any sense. So, fuck
She
out of
is
here with all that,
I
good and
really
evil.
regret that she doesn't, as much as I love season 5 of this
yes,
show, I
agreed.
forget that Eve, the character that kind of replaces her, is so much weaker.
Yes.
Like it so obviously feels like that was designed to be Lila. Like
Mm.
that character beat. Lila ends this season and then she's not in 5. We expect her to be that character. And that to me is really regrettable. Did Romanoff talk about why she's not in season 5? Like
She just never was asked back.
that's crazy to me. Like
Yeah.
that seems like because I assumed she had a scheduling conflict because there's no reason to me you would ever not bring her back for 5. Like that's
Yeah.
she is what's cool about Angel is like the Wolfram and Hart as the bad guys, as sort of the macro plot bad guys, is such a fantastic non-Buffy big
Hmm.
bad. Is like what actually evil looks like in the world is not apocalypse after apocalypse. It is the world. It is the
Mhm.
system itself is the bad guy. And Wolfram and Hart to me is such a great icon of that. And what's
Hmm.
also really great about them as an icon is they're faceless. We basically see the senior partners in bodies that are not really their bodies. Like we never see the wolf, the ram, and the hart. But we have Lila, and Lila is like the icon more than any of Holland Manners, more than
Yeah.
Gavin. She is like the icon of what human evil looks like, which is fun, fascinating people who are like, well, it's my 9 to 5 job. I go work at Lockheed Martin. I go work for the US government, but it's not who I am. I'm a fun gal,
But
and I love.
I even think Lila would be like, yeah, it is who I am. Like I feel like to her, her job is
Sure.
very much her. And I think there's an
She
episode
clocks in and she clocks. She's not committed. She's not like
right.
interested in the apocalypse happening, right? Like it's her job. She does it. She's good at it. She goes home.
Yes.
She has a glass of
Okay, yeah.
wine,
Because
like
there's an episode, I can't remember if it's season 2 or 3, where we cut to Lila and she's on the phone with her mother who is in a home.
yeah, right,
And she's like, no, it's me. No, I did just call you. And then later, when she's arguing with Angel, she's like, I have my mother in the most expensive facility you can afford. And like, I don't know, there's something to me that I appreciate the nuance there, right? Like, this is an evil character, but yeah, of course she's gonna like she cares about her mom, so she's gonna take care of her mom. She
right.
very much does not care about anyone else around her, but like, yeah, she's got someone she cares about. And like that's what I like about this is we're kind of seeing that like while her and Wesley were supposed to be just sex, she does care about him. And we know
Mhm.
that he cares about her. He just is doing his like, I'm good, you're evil, we can't do this kind of
Right.
thing. Which like I don't even know what at this point. It's like, I don't know, like the apocalypse is happening. Is this the time? Like if you
Yeah.
were gonna be
Always
mad
the
about
time.
this, be mad about it before. But anyway, the heartbreak on her face does kill me a little bit just because I
He's very
love,
good.
yeah, Lila's just like such a good character. Then yes, we go to Gunn and Fred. They're rocky. They're still rocky. Connor and Cordelia. Cordelia appears to talk about Connor. Uh, doesn't matter. Blah blah blah.
Can I just say, like, I think Connor is a thankless role.
It
Like, I
is,
do think
yes.
he, as you were saying, Zach, like, it is a character who feels one note. I love that time has sort of shown to us that actually this is not Vincent Kartheiser's fault. He's actually an amazing actor. Like, Mad Men has shown us what a talent he is. And, like, I remember how much people they hated Connor way more than Dawn when this was coming out. And it's like,
As they should, though,
I
you know.
do too. Yes, I do.
It never goes, my hatred never goes off on the actors, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
hmm.
I'm the character's written to either be liked or hated or in the middle, and I fucking hate Connor. I want
And
nothing but the worst for him in this show.
I hate a baby plot, but Connor would have been better if he stayed a baby. Like,
Mm.
He'd have
um,
been more useful.
exactly. So we got to Wolfram and Hart. Lila, I love Lila being annoyed at Gavin feeding her lines. Like, she's like, don't tell me what to say, but then she fucking says it. Um, and even her with Connor, like, she's like a cat where she's like, oh, what are you here for? Oh, yes, we can help you with that. And then, like, betrays him, presses the button, the guards come in. She's like, and we'll slice you open and we'll poke around. Like, she's having fun. Like, she's having fun with her prey before she fucking eats it. Um, and she would absolutely eat Connor if she got the chance. Connor, it's like, why would you even fucking go to Wolfram and Hart at this point? Go to like Fred and your dad to be like,
Mm.
hey, let's run tests.
Mm.
Fred has like very general like science stuff, so I feel like we could have just had him go there. The weird note that I have here is the power goes out like without any fanfare, which is weird. Like there isn't a musical cue. There isn't no one seems
I like
shocked.
it better.
You do?
Well,
Okay.
nobody seems shocked is the weird part, but I do like a sort of like silent power outage, and then because the tension tends to rise a little bit. Like,
It did, yes.
yeah,
And Anthony, you mentioned how like sallow looking it is, and I think that really works for
Yeah.
this. Like it's immediately like weirdly puke green,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
yellowy,
freaky
like
building.
Everything is
uh,
so. The thing I forgot about, because like our visual and architectural style has changed so much in the last 25 years, and like I had no memory of the fact that Wolfram and Hart used to be this like brown carpeted, like it looks so 90s. Every frame of this office building, I'm like, this is like a luxe, like
yeah.
a law firm. It looks like. I couldn't believe it. It's like looking at an old Star Trek episode, Next Generation, where you're like, oh, it's so 80s looking. Like, I can't believe this is supposed to be impressive. I get
It
that they now get to redesign it, which is the point, right? You smash it up, and then in season five, you can have the new. Like, you could do a whole essay on the way architectural styles change by doing Angel season four versus Angel season five in 2000, right? Like, everything about the way we would design buildings shifted in the year 2000. It's crazy.
right, because in season five they actually do have like it's not carpeted floors, right?
It's
Like
it's what we do
yeah,
now. It's all like chrome and glass. Like it looks
yeah,
like what an office building now looks like. And it's like it changes that year. Like
yeah.
9/11 again sort of changes what we build things out of and how things look. It's wild to see. Because I forgot. I just didn't
That's
remember
fair.
this is what these buildings look like.
So my only critique here is I wish Lila, it feels like Lila is smart enough that she should have known to be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like the beast is in here. I need to go.
Like her chair turns into like a chute that
Yeah,
glides
yeah.
her out of the building like immediately.
Because
I
she's a
like
little
that
bit
when she
too
figures out
like,
Connor is going towards the beast, it's like, oh wait, no, never mind. Good luck, and like
yeah.
pieces in the other direction.
And she circles back to her office again, right? Like she just goes there. Is that where
Oh
the beast is
yeah.
like fighting her? I had
That's
trouble with how
it's a
dark it
conference
was.
room. They say he's in the third floor
Oh, okay.
conference room. So yeah,
And then just look the same, probably the same set.
it's
Um,
truly, yeah.
yeah. But I do like seeing Lila brandish a fucking gun. Like I'm like,
Oh yeah, as she's loading it and she's just She
She
looked
like,
good. I wish she had a little bit of fight
yes,
in the
I
moment
do.
and
I
stuff.
kind of wish she had stuck around when the group got there and like fought with them. Like that would have been fucking cool.
Yeah.
Um, Not that they do much fighting. They kind of
Just
just,
like a little fight, and then she
yeah.
leaves and leaves them to their own trouble.
Um, but
Do
I
you
do.
guys dig the Beast design?
I love it. I love the
Yeah,
Beast design.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I like that it's the Beast is interesting to me because you can feel it has as close as the show ever gets to sort of like Christian iconography. Like he is
Mm.
the beast
The
from the
devil.
Book of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Revelations. Like he has the cloven hooves and the big horns. Like they talk about like slouching towards Bethlehem and like for some reason all his iconography is the Book of Revelation stuff in a way that these shows never do. And I kind of liked how refreshingly it feels like, oh, this is like the thing a beast is supposed to look like. Unlike
Yeah.
it's not like slithery
Not it's not
tentacle.
glory. It's not like cute
Yeah,
like
exactly.
budget
Yeah.
cover up. But I we talked about this last episode. I think the suit actually looks expensive.
It
Hmm.
does.
Lots of times on Buffy and Angel, it's like, what do we got in the closet?
Yeah.
Slap it
And I
together.
think it
That's our
is
team.
because of how much they show it. Like they show him a lot in
Yeah.
this.
Like we see his
Yeah.
full body. Normally a demon doesn't get that kind
Hmm.
of unless it's like the gentleman where only a face mask and then a
There's
suit.
like that weird shot when they're in the white room. It's like a weird, like disconnected shot of how tall, how much taller he is than
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
everybody else, you know.
I do
I
feel like
think
his
that
height changes a lot.
I think that the suit has a separate credit. I saw the first time it shows it's like Beast designed by. So
Mm.
like they know they paid they splashed out on that budget for the suit for sure, and I think it was worth it.
Yeah, the designer's website has like different pieces that he
Oh
made.
yeah.
I can't remember his name because of course I can't.
Mm.
But the reason I know that is because the guy Joe Hill that does a lot of the custom heads fully 3D designed a beast figure for me to photograph. Like it
Whoa.
moves, it's got like it's posable. He like 3D printed all the pieces and
Oh,
it
that's
photographs
awesome.
really cool. I'm not gonna
Does he
He
have
lie.
the
gives
hooves?
a little bit of
Sure
Giles
does.
too.
He's got the hooves. That those hoof heels. I really want a pair of those. Those are amazing.
I could see you wearing them to one of your dumpster record
Yeah. It would make
screenings.
me a normal person's height.
So Lila, what is he? Does he stab her? Like it,
He like
He puts his
pokes her
nail
like
in
with
her.
his
Yeah.
nail. He's just like,
okay. I was like, is he pulling something out? Like get a little liver or something. Um, but we see what is it? We see Gavin. I actually had the moment of like feeling bad for Gavin when he's
I
like,
felt bad.
uh,
Yeah.
Rummaging through
There's
toilet paper. What an undignified way to die.
right?
I didn't
and
remember what he was doing, and I was like, is he shitting himself? Like, why is he going after all this toilet paper?
I thought he was looking for a weapon, but yours would make more sense. But we know he's looking for the emergency exit. Um, and yeah, it's like, oh man, that fucking. Because like, as a human, what are you gonna do? This big monster opens the door to a room you can't get out of. You're dead, right? Like,
Also, it's wild that it's Daniel Day Kim. Like, by far one of the most like famous actors to come out of any of these shows just happens to be Gavin, the young lawyer
yeah.
in
gets
this
his
show.
neck snapped.
Yeah.
In the previous episode, he literally has no lines. It's Lila gets in her office and Angel has tied up and put a gag in Gavin's mouth, and you just see him sitting in a chair with a gag in his mouth.
But you
Wow.
always recognize him. You always notice him.
He's
That
so
pretty face,
handsome.
yeah. I even back then I remember being like, "Oh, that guy's hot," and then I was like, "Oh, the hot guy from Angels and Lost," and now he's like wildly
Daniel Day
famous.
Dead.
Kim.
Yeah. I like Wesley saving her. I do like it. I like that he like. No, you don't like his act.
I just don't like him, and I'm just not getting there. I don't think
I
so.
thought
I'm
you would
not.
get there by now.
No, I don't think so. He's been
I don't
inseparable to me since Buffy, so it's just not gonna
But he's
change.
so.
I don't
This is a
think.
rewrite. This is a different character.
No, fuck
I don't
Wesley.
Uh,
like him as a person. I do think he's such an interesting, like from Buffy season 3 to Angel season 5, like that is what character growth looks like. Like he's recognizably the same character, but like holy shit, that's how much a person can change on one of these shows. I really like his depth of feeling across
Mm.
these seasons. He is sort of like I've talked about this on the show before. Like, we are just not interested in storylines anymore about men pining for women. It's just not a thing our culture cares about anymore. And like, there's a lot of them in Buffy and Angel of like men
yes.
having feelings for girls they can't have, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I kind of yeah. It's like if the guy is pining, but not in a, I don't know, if it's like, oh, you see their face and that's the most pining you get, then I kind of will like it. But like, no, not this. Not like,
Yeah. Again, like the whichever of you said like the prize that he wins, like that is the vibe. And it's kind
yeah,
of the vibe with Xander in Buffy too, where it's like I'm sad you have these feelings, but they don't justify anything you're doing
right.
ever.
There's
Yes.
Like,
just a specific, I think what I just don't like, and maybe had I watched it all the way through, I'd feel differently about him, but there's just a specific kind of brooding that certain men on these shows do, these
uh-huh.
Buffy and Angel, and it's the Xander, it's the Wesley, it's the Angel, and I hate it, and I don't like it, and I prefer, I don't know, prefer the ones that have a little bit more of a bubbly personality or like, little quippy things to say, a Spike, I
I
don't
was gonna
know,
say
just
with Spike we do get the charm, but I will say I sometimes no one yell at me. Everyone shut up. Not you two. Sometimes the Spike pining does. I have trouble with it, especially in season
Yeah.
five.
Mm.
Um, and it is weird that that's the one relationship that people get very intense about.
Yeah.
No, you're wrong. It's beautiful. It's love. It's romance.
Well,
And I'm
just
like,
relationship aside, is like we don't see him just fucking whining all the time, right?
Mhm.
Like if he's in a bad mood, he probably just says something shitty, and
and then
I
like goes
prefer
kills a
that
human. Yeah,
to Xander walking around in the shirt that he's worn for every day for two
Yeah.
weeks,
My
being sad that he can't afford the rent on this apartment. I don't
that
My
know.
is
partner
fair.
has never seen my partner has never seen Angel. He's seen Buffy, but he's never seen Angel, and he has watched me in the last 24 hours watch 8 episodes, and he keeps
Yeah.
popping in and out of the room.
I can't believe
And
you
to
watched that many in 24 hours.
I'm a mentally ill man. Um, but he was earlier today. He brought me a coffee, and as he was bringing me the coffee, was that short teaser at the beginning of this episode where Angel sees them fucking, and then starts. He goes down to the stairwell, and we hear him punching everything. And my partner said, like, isn't he 250 years old? Shouldn't he have more emotional
Get
intelligence
over
than
it.
this?
Thank you so much. I love that. I appreciate that. And you know what? When it balances out for me, right, is when we get to see Faith do that, or we get to see Buffy do that, and like this to a smaller extent. But you don't really get to see the women do that
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
show. When do they get angry and punch a wall, right? Like they have
And
to be a little bit more demure about everything.
And it is like he has quite astutely, I think, pointed out that like there doesn't seem to be levels to a men's emotional intelligence on these shows.
Yeah,
Like
No, there's
Angel
not.
should be better at this than Spike. Spike is sort of
right.
an infantile id character, right? Like that's why people like him. But like Angel is like our Byronic brooder. He shouldn't be punching things in a stairwell, should he? Like I always
I
find
think
that odd.
I think y'all just pinpointed why I don't like it, and it's because it feels so cringy. It's just like you are. I don't know because, but also like he has every right to be the most upset he's ever been. That like his didn't happen, misconnection, love of his
Sure.
life is now fucking his weird like
Find
dimensionally
a love
traveled
of your life
son.
that's at least 30, I think. I don't know. It's something else, okay? Figure out how to manage these emotions. I don't know. He's too much. He's too much.
There was the
And
electrical lady earlier this season. She wasn't bad.
She has chemistry with everyone, by the way. Like
Yeah.
she has good chemistry with Gunn, with Angel. Zach, I feel like did you ever watch any of the episodes with her, Gwen? You would, I think you
I
would
don't
like her.
remember. I'd have to
Maybe
see a
not. I don't know.
face.
I'm usually wrong when I say you'll like a thing. But she's good. She's one of those characters, also Anthony, right? That she just like she's in 3 episodes and then we just never see her
Yeah.
again, and it's
Then there's
very
the
weird.
werewolf lady he has a thing with
Yeah, in
later.
season
Like
5.
he does eventually date some more age appropriate women, I guess, is what I'm
Mhm.
saying.
I
Like,
didn't care about that relationship, but it did feel at least adult, where it was like these are two adults that are like
right.
casual about dating.
Well, and creature people. Let him date more creature people like y'all are talking about. Like, I think that's interesting, right? Like, you always got Buffy dating a creature, but,
Right.
how come Angel likes exclusively sticks to fucking
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
humans? That's just not interesting?
Here's my very hot take. I
Ooh.
don't like him and Cordelia together. I don't
No.
Oh,
get it.
really?
I don't get it. I think that she's way more interesting as his like zero chemistry friend. Like I just think I think as his girl Friday, it's more interesting to me. I'd
Hmm,
rather she have her own rich emotional life outside of him.
that's
I
fair.
feel like they're two hot people who are on a TV show together, so we have to write them together. I
Hmm.
don't get it.
Well, and there are moments together that really like sizzle and work is when they're not together. And you told me earlier, Ian, that they never actually end up together. So I think that's the better place to leave it than actually going there and putting them together at some point. It's just, then it makes the moment, I don't know, like the season 1 and 2 moments where they have they're like close to each other and there's a little bit
Yeah.
of tenderness and sweetness. I like that stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't actually want to see them go all the way with it.
See, and it's weird because normally I'm the one that's like, keep them friends. I like them being friends. Don't like
Mhm.
give me a romance. I don't care about it. But I actually do like them. I feel like, especially going through it for the podcast seasons 1 and 2, I'm like, they got good chemistry. Like I do
But she
feel
needs to be
like
just anybody outside of Angel Investigation. She needs to be somebody
I also
else.
think Charisma Carpenter, much like James Marsters, has chemistry with everyone she shares a scene with. So like
Yeah.
either of those characters could have dated anyone on either show and it would have worked because
Hmm.
I think both actors, I don't know what it is, I'm not an actor, but like do a good job when they have a scene part like
Yeah.
bouncing off someone. They like do that really well.
Yeah. I
So
kind of would have liked her to date Gunn. I think that would have been
hmm,
interesting.
I could
Um,
have seen it. I
I
mean,
but
like,
like
yeah,
this is
why
a
not explore it?
this and like it says like she's a rich valley girl. Like it would have also sort of tracked like some emotional maturity for her. But like
right.
um I this is a crazy reference to make, but I feel like it's the Frasier and Roz thing where it's like, yes, they have chemistry, yes, they work together, but I want them to fuck a few times, but I don't want them to be like a relationship. I don't really
That's
buy
fair.
the way they love each other to me is not a romantic love. It's like they're like actually they seem like good friends actually, and I like that better. But
I,
this is
I
probably maybe people will be mad at me, but I don't get it.
I really can buy that because that is how I felt when I watched the show the first time. Like I remember being like, no, 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 no. I just want him to like Buffy forever. I don't want him with Cordelia. I like her, but I don't like them together. Like, and it's not even like I was waiting for Angel and Buffy to get back together. It's just in my brain.
Sure.
It's like he just loves her forever and he's done finding anyone else. There was Darla and Buffy. End of story
It
for his
just makes it
romance.
also so much more difficult when everybody's just coupling up.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean, y'all, both of you know this. I love a friendship. I love friendship love when that's like in a show. And I think not enough shows do that with people that could fuck. Like,
Uh-huh.
mhm.
yeah, Buffy and Willow are fantastic together, but Buffy's not queer, and we don't ever like, aside from her with Faith, we don't ever like think that that is an option. Um, and with Angel and Cordelia, I do think it's like, well, like you said, Anthony, they're both hot people starring in the same show, so it's like, well, and they're both straight, so
Right.
because I do love when we're able to like just have these characters love each other, which I don't think either of you ever watched Veronica Mars. Did either of
Sure.
you
Yeah,
ever?
definitely did.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember her two friends, their names. I'm a
You didn't
bad.
watch it either.
I know the two
Who's two
characters,
friends?
Anthony, that are her best friends that are in the movie as well. Is it Mac is one of them?
Oh,
I don't know.
sure.
It's
Yeah.
eluding me, but I like that it's a straight guy.
Wallace.
I think so. Yes, I think
Yeah.
so. I like that he is a straight guy that loves her, and there is never a romance
Yeah.
hint.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are like
Yeah.
they are best friends. There is no denying that they love each other and that they are best friends. And I do always appreciate that it didn't. There's never right there like
Yeah.
he's friends with her boyfriends. Like he's fine. He's not like weird and jealous, like kind of like Xander would have been. So I do
Oh,
really
the
like.
stuff in this episode of Gunn and Wesley fighting is just insufferable. Like just
Yes. I was actually glad when Angel's
unbearable.
like, "Can you two shut up?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like really not the time either. And the chest puffing is like I don't know. Zach, what do you think of that? Because I really hate
I
that,
mean,
the
you
like
heard what I
chest
thought
puffing.
about it. I'm tired of how the men act in this show. You
Fair.
know?
Fair. So Wesley gets Lila out. Do we think Lila was going to say something romantic when she
Yeah.
stops him
She
and
was
then
gonna
just
say I
tells him?
love you. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Um, but then she does tell him about Connor, which also is like helpful, useful information, right?
At the very end. When they're
After he's down
already
the
out.
chute. Yeah. She makes sure she got out first. Yeah.
It is kind of like, could you tell me that before I went down the chute?
Said
Yeah.
BTW,
Right. It's
toodles.
like she's in the lifeboat from the Titanic and is like, "Oh, your kid was in there, by the way."
Ooh. If you want to
Yeah.
swim back, you
I
can.
saw him in the hallway. He got like swept away by some water or something.
I told him to stay blessed.
I do not
So
remember how she comes back into this season. Like
I don't
I
remember either, Anthony, because she
it
comes
must be
back.
soon. She comes
Yeah.
back to die, and it's pretty soon
But
because it's
no, it's after
Cordelia.
Faith.
So
It's because I think it's after
oh
Faith. So I think it's because that's like we see Cordelia kill her,
yeah.
but the group doesn't know Cordelia killed her. I think it's like after Faith.
It was wild to me because I was looking at the episode titles, and in my head, Jasmine is around for the whole back half, and it's like
Oh
she's
yeah,
in
no.
3 episodes
Yes,
actually. Like, yeah,
which
wild.
is so weird. But so Lila exits the season. We know she will come back eventually. The he goes to tell the gang. So we get when Angel's like, and we know why. It's because he's mad at Cordy, right? He doesn't want her there. But it's so weird when he's like, no, you'll
It
get hurt,
makes
blah,
no
blah.
fucking sense. Why
Fred, let's
her?
go.
Why her? Fred, I mean, I guess Fred gets to solve the technical problem in
Fred
the
weighs
in
like
the in the
10
building,
pounds.
but yeah,
Like,
and Cordelia, she's been around the block a time or two. She knows how this works. It's
like,
this is
I
this
feel
is
like
her situation.
the show has shown us Cordelia can sometimes fight, and the show has shown us that Fred is not, which is fine. But it's just weird to be like, yeah, Fred, you like be like
But that
Fred,
is
stay
the
with
it
them.
specifically is doing that, right?
Yeah.
It wants us to be like, wait,
It
because
wants
like
it to be annoying, and it is annoying.
yeah, yeah.
And it is. I do like Lauren being like, I'll stay. I'm good. I
Yeah.
will stay here.
Good for you, Diva. Yeah,
It's
hell yeah.
very fun watching. Like again, I haven't seen this in 20 years, and it's so the way I have looped around and I am now Lorne, and like it's like, oh, there's the guy I want to hang out with. How did I not see what he was when I was a kid? Like,
I definitely did not appreciate him enough when
yeah.
I was younger. Yeah. Because he's like, I'll sit here and have a drink. Like, fucking do whatever you want. Go get killed at Wolferman Heart.
And he's delightfully like I I don't know if Andy Hallett ever came out, so I don't want to overspeak. He died very I don't know if you know this, Zach, but he died very
Yeah.
soon after this
Yep.
show.
Yeah.
Um, but like he is just a bunch of gay caricature stereotypes. But I also fully believe that Andy Hallett lived and lived those
It
stereotypes
doesn't feel
and
offensive, right?
never
Hmm.
once.
Like, it's
Yeah.
really weird to be like, yeah, the green demon in the bright colored suits who's very, very gay.
Representation matters. Yeah.
But
When he in that first episode of the season is in the full blue Liberace feather thing, I'm like, Diva, please, yes.
He
Like,
would have been fantastic on Instagram. Yeah,
yeah, he would have been a great guest judge on Drag Race. Like,
sure.
absolutely.
he would have had a great time too. So they get there. Angel repels up the tunnel while Fred and Archibald Gunn and Wesley are fucking arguing in the sewer. Um, they're going to find Connor. I like all this because I like the hardness, but it's so clear that they are circling the same like
Sure.
It's okay though, because I can buy that. Like it's too dark in there for me to be able to see anything, right?
because there was a point when I stopped and I was like, they definitely just walked down this
Yeah.
hallway.
It's just
I
wild. It's
love
very
it.
goosebumps walking over the
Yes.
bodies and eye opens. Welcome to the dead house.
The best thing is like all the ADR work where like um the actor plays Wesley. Why am I blanking on his name?
Alexis Denisov.
Alexis Inasov is like they have to ADR in. He's like, wasn't Gavin there when they show the empty spot? Because it's like we are seeing the same hallway over and over again. You have to tell us I am actually seeing the same hallway again. Like,
Anthony, I was
like
like, what was that? Like when I was like, did someone else say that line?
All
Like,
the
yeah,
all the
right.
budget went to that suit.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Um, I love that at one point they're looking in that specific rubble for Connor, and it's like this is a huge building. Like maybe let's keep moving.
And
Uh,
maybe this is fruitless, and this building is too big, and we need to just go and leave. Connor
I
feels.
really it does feel like Angel is like, you all might die, but we're still going, and you're all coming with me. And it's
Mm.
like,
Angel, I think you're okay on your own. I feel like you've
yeah,
fought bigger demons than this. You're okay. Fred might not be.
right, right.
If Fred steps on a nail, she might get tetanus. You know?
Do they specify something that these zombies are not infecting them when they bite them? They say something
Yes,
about that.
because like they're all dying from the beast, but he's like
Mhm.
throwing wood. They're just dead bodies that popped back to life. They're not infectious, right? Like they're
Okay,
just like
that makes
they're
more sense.
reanimated
Just
dead. They're
reanimated.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. They end up reconvening because, of course, why not? Um, and I do like, so the White Room, Zach was a little confused because we've only literally seen it once,
Uh,
which is weird for such a big deal to only have been seen two times, and once is like this very quick blip. Um, Later on, we see it again, but at this point, this is the second appearance. And I was wrong, Zach. It wasn't season two, it was season three in an early episode. Lila brings him there. So whatever fucking shit they do with the elevator, Lila did that in that episode and brought him there.
right.
Um,
This is the second use of Angel's heretofore unknown and makes no sense photographic memory that he suddenly has. Yeah.
yes. I like the White Room feels very lost to me, where it's like, we're just gonna do general mystery thing, but like we do not have this planned out. We do not know what we're writing this for. But I fucking like it. I don't know. I almost
There's
wish they'd
always
spent
a
more
thing
time
like
in there.
this in a show. Charmed has one of these. It's they all have it.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like Charmed loved an unexplained
Just
plot
white
point.
space.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
A
Well,
cheap,
little
right?
fog
Like
machine.
you just
Yeah.
take out your sets and put on the floodlights
Mhm.
and it's done.
yeah.
So
Probably like, thank God we can use this again.
Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of would have liked them to be there longer. Like, I think like it would have been cool if like, I don't know, they had a fight. I wanted to see another fight scene with the Beast. The
I
Beast
would
is
have liked to have
cool,
seen a fight scene, you know.
right? The episode before this, Zach does have a very cool, one of my favorite Angel
I
fight scenes
assumed
at
there
the end.
probably was. So he's not, is he gone from this or is he coming
Who?
The
back?
Beast?
The
No, he's
Beast.
in it for a fair
Okay.
bit.
He's
I
in it
don't
until
remember what happens to him.
he's in it until Faith gets there, and when she goes to fight him and Angelus takes his bone and stabs him to kill him
Okay.
Oh, right.
in
That's
front
so
of
that's pretty
Faith.
late. The
Yeah.
Faith episodes are
Excited,
pretty late in the
excited for
season.
that. Yeah, keep him around. I like that. Mm.
But like I feel like we could have had it felt like we were leading to a fight, but we didn't get it. I liked the idea of a creepy little girl. I always liked that. It is very Resident Evil, as you mentioned,
Sure.
Anthony.
Yeah.
And I do like, just in the previous episode, Angel says to Lila, like he goes to her for help, and he's like, "Well, I figured you want to help me, the enemy of my enemy," and she says, "Can kiss my ass too." And I like that. Now it's like, well, okay, maybe not. And like this, like arguably whatever higher power, evil higher power, little girl is like, "No, we're gonna save you because like this shit sucks," and
Mm.
like this guy just killed
Well,
me.
and shout out to the little girl, Kay Panabaker, Disney Queen Kay Panabaker from Read It and Weep. This is my generation. She's
I
from my
love.
generation, yes. So she is her and her sister Danielle Panabaker. So
I was
and
wondering.
Wow.
love her.
I
She's a zoologist now.
Oh,
huh,
Mm. But
huh.
she was a Disney
Still
teen
dealing
queen.
with beasts then. Yeah.
Yes.
I love that. I love when you know the most random like
It's not
celebrity
random. She was
history.
a Disney teen queen. You probably know her sister. Her sister's on one of those Marvel shows. She's like an
Yeah.
ice person or something. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew. Wait, she's an ice person.
I don't know. I've seen her in blue makeup. I assumed ice, like Mr. Freeze.
Wasn't her sister in a horror movie? I thought I knew
Yeah,
her.
she was in the Friday the 13th remake as well.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
final girl who didn't get away, so not really the
right.
final girl.
Um,
She was also in a movie on Disney Channel with, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Okay, she was on a Disney Channel movie with her sister Kay Panabaker, this little girl, called Read It and Weep. And she was in a movie called Stuck in the Suburbs on Disney Channel with Brenda Song, which was a really big one.
I love when you're IMDb.
Yes, I love it.
Just today, which will make Anthony feel old like it did to me. One of my questions was, what's like a favorite holiday episode of TV?
Mm.
The question of the day. And one of my students was like, "Oh, Halloween Town," because my mom liked it when she was little. So we always have been watching those movies since I was a kid, because she really liked them as a kid. And I was like, oh my God. Um,
I don't even know what that is.
Halloween
oh, they were
Town?
like the like Disney Halloween. They're like movies, right? Disney Channel movies, right, Zach?
I'm
Yeah, I
so
feel
old.
like
I didn't even see them. Like
are
I
they're
mean,
y'all
older
similar
than
age?
I'm
yeah,
So y'all
42.
y'all are like 10 years from me. Y'all should have been around during Halloween
I
Town.
was around. I'm
Yeah,
saying
so
we
what is he
were.
talking about?
I didn't watch them, but I knew them because they were a big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah,
We didn't have
yeah.
Disney Channel, so I didn't watch a lot of the Disney stuff.
Hmm.
My
But
sister
anyway,
watched them.
Summer Bishel is in
No.
the third one, and I impressed my student by saying, "Oh, I'm
Is
friends
she
with
the third
someone."
Halloween
Yes.
Halloween Town night?
I was like,
Bring
oh,
her
I'm
ass here now. We're gonna restart this episode. I have questions.
I was like, I'm friends with an actor in one of those movies, and it's the only time a student has been like, "Oh, that I gotta tell my mom."
That's
I was
fucking
glad she didn't
cool,
ask
man. Hell yeah.
who, because I don't like to tell them I have a podcast.
Oh,
So
huh. You're Googleable, Ian. They
I
know you have
am.
a podcast.
I once saw one of my students. I said something about working at BuzzFeed. I watched him Google me and turned to the person sitting next to him, saying, "What's Buffy the Vampire Slayer?"
No.
And I was like,
Failed.
shit.
F's.
But also that meant he found me because clearly.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So yeah, they get into the white room, the little girl, they get ready for a fight, and I was ready. I was like itching to see the
They're
fight.
standing there ready. They're all positioned.
And it really does feel, I mean, we got a fight in the previous episode, and even Lauren was there, Zach, for the fight.
Hmm.
They all get their asses handed to them. I do think the only problem here is the beast is so powerful. It does feel like Angel and Connor are the only ones who would survive. Like it feels like Wesley, Fred, and Gunn, he could be like boop, and their
Okay,
heads
so
are
give them
like
a little
smushed.
boop. That's okay. Give them a little danger, right? Not a life-threatening wound, but a wound enough.
All
Put
right.
somebody in a sling.
They a thing that I really don't like that is so inconsistent. The end of that a previous episode, Angel goes to stab the beast with his like sleeve stake that he sometimes has. And the beast stabs Angel in the neck with it. And it's a
Right.
really big deal for 5 seconds. Angel can't like talk. Angel's like incapacitated. And then at the end of we don't check back in. And then at the end of the episode, he's watching Cordy and Connor have sex and he has no wound, not even
Mm,
like a healed thing.
Voice box ready enough to scream down the
that's
stairs.
right. Yeah.
Throw a tantrum and um they go back to the hotel. Angel has a moment of, oh, we're home. Then looks at Cordelia and is like, oh, fuck you.
Because Cordelia's running up to Connor all fucking weird. Connor! Not like everybody was in this damn building together.
Right. And these are like, you know, these people. These aren't strangers. Like, um, we do get this scene in Angel's office. I kind of like it where he's like, take your new boyfriend and get the hell out. I kind of like that.
I
But
agree.
it,
It's the only time I won't disagree with him.
but again, doesn't track because he leaves and Cordelia is by herself and we see her be like, oh no. And it's like,
Right.
but
And then
why?
it cuts.
Yeah.
It's such a dramatic cut too.
Yeah.
I can remember watching this live and I was like, oh shit. Like I
Was
like,
it a no shit moment? Okay, I can see
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I was like very invested. The plot didn't upset me as much as it does like now.
Hmm.
Because also, I didn't know how old Connor was supposed to be because I only kind. They also don't know how old Connor's supposed to be because he's 16 in the previous season, but then they make a point to say that he's 18 here.
Right, because he's gonna fuck. Like they have
Right.
to make him like
And
they have to they can't make Cordelia also a statutory rapist, right?
right,
Like
it
they
can't be
have to,
incest
yeah.
and
Yeah, right.
pick
So,
one. Um,
yeah.
but also, as you said, Anthony, if he's 18, she is not technically she is 2 years older than him. That
Yeah,
is
right, exactly. Yeah,
there isn't
it's
really an age gap. Feels like there is, but there technically isn't. But so in my brain, when I watched it, I still kept track of like, oh, Cordelia's like 19.
Mhm.
And I didn't watch consistently before this. So I kind of was like, so she's fucking that guy. She doesn't like Angel, but that was not the case.
right. No, it is deeply, deeply unsettling in so
Right.
many different ways. Like,
Right.
um, but yeah, the ending makes no sense. That's Jasmine. She's alone in a room. Why is she upset? As much as I say I love this season, when you look at like the architecture of it, it's a lot of pot boiling. It's a lot of like, why is Jasmine doing any of this? Just get pregnant and run away and be born. Like, what is the beast here for? Like, he's just kind of distraction, I guess.
That
Like,
never, that's what we discussed last episode. That for me never tracks. Doesn't make
yeah,
any sense, especially with the stuff Jasmine does. It doesn't make sense.
yeah,
And as you said, there's like a ton of biblical references, and then there's not with Jasmine. She's like a
right.
god, but it doesn't feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, you know biblical shit more
No,
than I
she
do,
has
Anthony.
no, I mean, there's no language that is, she's not meant to invoke
Okay.
which would be easy to do. Like she just doesn't. Like she's
Yeah.
kind of whatever she is, they say she's a power that was. Like it doesn't accrue with all this Christian
Yeah.
iconography the way that it does. She reads culty, but
Right.
she reads culty in kind of an LA way. Like she feels like a very like spiritualist up in the hills kind of thing.
Did you watch Yellow Jackets, Anthony?
No, I haven't yet. I keep
There's a
hearing how great it
character,
is.
Zach and I covered it for My Bloody Judy, and there's a character that like it took me a while to come around to, then they killed her. But there's a character who is LA culty, and I was like, I hate the language around
Yeah.
the way like the language makes my skin crawl of like the way people specifically talk like that. And I said that she reminded me of Jasmine
Oh
from
yeah.
Angel because like that's what I think of Jasmine as, and that doesn't like track for like any kind of like
Yeah.
Catholicism.
She
I don't know.
feels like Jared Leto. Like that's kind of the energy that she gives. Whereas the Beast is like Rain of Fire,
Beast
slashing
is like
towards
a devil.
Bethlehem.
Like
Yeah, 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 yeah,
he
yeah.
comes out of fire from the underground. Like
But if you
um
held a gun to my head and told me what he's here to do, I do not remember. Like,
Yeah, I never questioned it. Just to be evil, I guess.
see, Zach, don't you feel good knowing you're on the same page as we are, even though you haven't
Absolutely, absolutely. Fuck this show. I'm glad we're all on the same page.
and I mean, the lesson here is like it helps to have a villain who has like a strong motivation, like glory and stuff. But sometimes a good villain is just a good design, like especially in
Yeah.
comic stuff. It's like, well, who is that? I don't know, but he'd be fun to cosplay is kind of sometimes enough. Like I love the Beast still, and I'm like, why? Oh, I don't know, cool boots, I
Yeah.
guess. Like
It's all down to the
beautiful
boots.
gowns, beautiful gowns.
Great horn. Yeah, great
Yeah.
horns, beautiful hooves. All right, we're at the end. Favorite outfit, Zach?
Ooh.
Well, the
I thought
demon
you would have the same one
boots.
as me.
But Lila,
Oh,
she looks good. She looked good when she gets her little injury and she's got her hair. Her hair was great this episode. So I'll go with
She's
Lila.
such
And none of the
gorgeous
outfits
hair.
stuck out to me. None of
No.
them.
okay, but I knew you were gonna pick Lila because that's what I fucking picked, and that's the only time I can usually anticipate
No,
what
I changed my Kay Panabaker.
that means what I'm right. I Lila looked fantastic. Hilariously, in the previous episode, Anthony, you saw because you watched all of them, they give her the most insane blowout where like her hair is
Yes.
like
Big
back and
curls.
big
Yeah.
curls.
Like a
Beautiful.
lion's mane. Yeah.
Yeah. This version looks better. And I do think she looks good in that white with the skirt. It's like power business suit, but like a little
Only
bit more
puts on like a
stylish.
nice outfit just to be in the office, but is in and out that
Yeah.
day. That was her
Yeah.
plan. She's got
It
dinner
was a
plans
fast,
that night.
it was a short day.
Hmm.
Anthony,
I mean, I'm giving it to those beast boots. Like I want that outfit. I want that head horn headpiece. I want that glowing lava bod. I want those lifts with the goatee hooves. That's the look for me. Shout out to the worst outfits this season, which are all the terrible things they make Cordelia wear with ruffles around her waist to hide her
Yeah.
pregnancy. Like those are always a
Meanwhile,
nightmare.
putting the pregnancy boobs out on display. They want the boobs out there,
They
right?
know
yeah.
those things are. I never noticed boobs, and even I was like, those are
Do
enormous.
they
Like
ever put her behind like a plant or holding like a Birkin bag or
holding like
something?
shopping bags. Like
No,
yeah.
they give her these really awful long coats when she gets more pregnant,
Mm.
and like it looks bad. I don't understand why they don't just do that because, right? Didn't Sex and the City do that? I know
Oh
Seinfeld did
yeah,
that
Sarah
with
Jessica
Julia
Oh,
Parker went
Gossip
around with
Louis-Dreyfus.
a
Girl.
burger. Yeah.
Gossip Girl characters are coming in from shopping left, right, and center, carrying a
But
Yeah.
what's
big
also
turkey,
what's
carrying a
wrong with
big
just
pumpkin.
a tight, medium shot on her? Just fill it with
It's
that.
it's so weird, yeah, because it's like they pick the worst outfits, they give her these full body shots, and it's like, well, I
Mm.
can tell this character is this actor is pregnant. Um, don't worry, they give her the most. Oh, Zach, you'll be on for that episode because the last Faith episode is when they give her the most insane
I
pregnancy
do remember
outfit.
that one. Yeah.
When it looks like a supervillain
It
outfit and
looks
it's
like a
not.
bed rest outfit. It's
um, favorite scene, Anthony?
I mean, I asked for this episode because I remember it being really fun and visual, and like all of the like lights flickering zombies in the hallway honestly works better for me than that Resident Evil movie does. So I like those. But I also really like the Messektet scene at the end, the White Room. So just visually, it's the show's kind of changing its visual language. So maybe that one.
Anthony, say it again because I didn't actually know how to say that.
Oh, the little girl's name we will find out next episode is Mesektet. I think she's an Egyptian deity that has been masquerading as a little girl while she works for Wolfram and Hart. Yeah.
Because I read that word like 8 times when I was looking at the trivia for this episode, and I was like, I don't know how to say that word.
Mesektet.
All right, Zach.
I guess the beast just slaughtering everybody. It was spooky. It was scary. I liked it.
hmm
So
Yeah, my favorite scene is all of the horror stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like fun, and also
And Kay Panabaker.
it also just feels unlike stuff they've done in either show before.
Yeah.
Like all these people are like very brutally murdered and like
Yeah.
dead
Also,
bodies are
trapped in a
piled up.
space always really works. Like Buffy's birthday when they're all like stuck in the house. Like it just I really dig that stuff.
Yeah, if anything, that's what worked well for me in the first Resident Evil is that opening scene when they're all trying to get out of the office and like, what is it? The one lady like gets her head out from the elevator and then it like smushes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Belko Experiment. Y'all gotta go watch that one.
I looked it up when you were talking about it.
Hmm.
I was like, maybe I know this movie. No, there's another movie that has like 1,000 famous people in it where they are trapped in a building and they have to kill each other, but they're all hired assassins.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, okay, whatever.
No. Rating?
Anthony, I already, yeah. Oh, what grade do we give this episode, Anthony?
Oh, this is weird. What's interesting to me is like as much as I like Angel season 4, I found there's not a lot of like poetry to the dialogue in this. Like it doesn't
Pretty straightforward.
there's yeah, it's all very like workshop dialogue. Like I couldn't tell you. Sometimes it goes for a cutesy line and I'm like that didn't land for me. So dialogue wise, I'm not getting fed, but the action scenes are really good. The lore is struggling to find out what it's going to be. I feel like I'm at a 7. I feel like I'm at a solid B here.
Okay, that's
Okay.
fair. I feel like that's good. Zach.
I agree. I think the Beast needed like a Mike Flanagan monologue, you know?
Yeah, he can talk and he has a great voice, but he never gives a speech that feels resonant.
I'll do like I don't know. I'll do like a solid B plus. Like it did what I needed it to do for somebody who's a little bit more removed. And it was
I'm
tight. Like once we
thrilled.
actually got into we got to go into this office building. The office building's on lockdown. All of that. Like it was pretty smooth. It's pretty it went in. I can give it a B plus for that.
That's the same grade I give it because I like couldn't quite get to the A, but I didn't think lower than a B feels unfair because it is good
I
at
think a
what
good
it's
fight at
doing.
the end maybe would have pushed it a little bit
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I feel like combining both of what y'all said, like give the beast a monologue and then a fucking cool fight scene, and then she teleports them out. Like,
And then a cool escape. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like
Mm,
a narrow escape would have
yes, like
helped.
they are about to be killed by the beast, and she like does a little thingy with her hand, and they teleport back to the hotel.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you both for joining me. This was a really fun
Yeah.
recording. I was excited to do this because I love this episode and I love both you boys and recording with you. Thank you all for listening. If you like Slayerfest 98, you can find us on all social media platforms at SlayerFestX98. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere else you get your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube because everything is a video recording, Anthony. And see our pretty
I cleaned.
faces. And subscribe to us, give us a good rating, helps get the podcast out there. We also have Patreon where we're going through every episode of Buffy as it turns 25. Also, X-Men the animated series and Batman the animated series. Anthony, you've been on for X-Men. I don't know if you've been on for Batman. Yeah, you have. Yeah, you've been on for both.
Mhm.
Or maybe not X-Men and just Batman. I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
Any and all
Yeah.
support is much appreciated. If you want to follow me, I'm at ENX Carlos on all social media platforms. Zachary, where can everyone find you?
If you look up Zachary Patton Garcia, you'll find me. Other than that, I'll be in my bed.
Anthony, where can everyone find you?
Oh, you can pick up my book, Dayspring, in stores. There's a new paperback version of that. You can read me on the Marvel Unlimited app for Avengers Academy, which is wrapped now. Or you can follow me on social media at Mia Koopa, Meakoopa.
I was waiting for your explanation of silly
I feel
Latin
like I've
puns.
explained it enough.
I like hear that with you saying
Yeah, right.
your handle. All right, everyone. Well, appreciate you listening. We will see you next time. Bye.